Have you ever wanted to know what consulting companies really do? What do those men and women in suits do atop of their glass buildings in the center of the city to command such high salaries? Do you want to know what it takes to become one of them? If so, in this video we will unpack all of that. So if you have been around the channel for a while, you may know that I am a technical consultant with years of experience in this branch, both as an internal consultant working for a single company and as an external consultant working for clients. In this video series, we will take a look at the guarded and sometimes confusing world of consulting. We will take a beginner's approach to this industry and analyze it from many different perspectives. We will outline what consulting is and the reason behind the industry's $250 billion market size. We will sketch out and analyze the business model of consultancy companies, answering that age-old question of how they make so much damn money. So welcome to Rebel Economics, and welcome to the first video in the consulting series, where we will look at everything from what consulting is to the roles and business model involved in it, as well as a step-by-step guide on how to manage a project. If you enjoy our content, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell button to stay on the know about when we drop new videos in this series. There will be a link to the playlist at the end of this video in case you're interested. But with all of that being said, let's jump into the video to know exactly what consultancies do. We all have this idea in our heads, this sort of mental preconception about what consulting is. We know about the suits and the expensive coffee, we know about the tall glass buildings, and we know about the money. Oh yeah, we know about that money. We remember George Clooney in Up in the Air and Don Cheadle in House of Lies. So, is that it? Is that the essence of consulting? Full pockets and quick wit? Well, not quite. The business of consulting has been, much like any other industry shown in movies, greatly exaggerated by Hollywood. To be honest, I don't think I've worn a suit once in the past years. So what is consulting? Well, the truth is that there are many different types of consulting services, and no simple definition would do them all justice. We will look at the differences between each type of consulting services in later videos of this series. But for now, we can define consulting as the business of selling knowledge and counseling to companies. In the world of consulting, there are generally three main involved parties: the client, the consulting company, and the consultants. The client is the company that needs help, guidance, or support with a given part of its business. The client generally will have an operational focus that differs from whatever function it is choosing to delegate to an external consultancy company. For example, imagine a big chain of restaurants that operates in many countries around the world. Their operational focus is to produce great food that customers want to pay money for. But just because their operational focus lies there, it does not excuse them from all the other structural activities that they need to do, like filing taxes, hiring people, or marketing. The day might come when the restaurant chains want to perform a marketing campaign which submits discounts to all of their new customers. Now, the restaurant chain could do everything themselves. Set up a system to get their data, set up a database to store client information, create the algorithms to treat the data, to match every customer to their favorite food, create the emails, send them at the right time, and measure their efficacy. But remember where their operational focus was? Oh yeah, the company went from making good food to making algorithms. An operational focus that stretches so much is neither focused nor, frankly, operational at all. Eventually, one side of the process would suffer. Either the food quality would go down or the marketing initiative would fail. Enter the consulting company. A consulting company is the entity the client goes to for help and support in a process that lies outside of its direct operational focus. The consulting company's job is to give the client resources to satisfy its needs and processes. These resources generally come in the form of consultants. Consultants are highly specialized individuals. They have the knowledge required to satisfy the needs of the client, be them financial, technical, or operational, and the ability required to guide the clients through the process. As a note here, I will mention that there are many different roles within a consultancy company, and the term consultant here is used as a blanket term to cover anyone that works for a consulting company, be it an architect, a financial consultant, or a business analyst. The whole value proposition that consulting companies make to their clients is predicated in two asymmetries that exist between them: the asymmetry of time and resources and the asymmetry of knowledge. The asymmetry of time and resources guides clients who might be short on either to delegate a part of their activities to the external company. Essentially, this is a sort of outsourcing of business areas. This process is quite flexible, so it might cover everything from outsourcing all financial operations to a financial consultancy or simply booking 30 hours at the end of each quarter to help draw up tax statements. Now, the asymmetry of knowledge represents the existing differences in skill level and technical knowledge that exist between consultancy companies and the client. In many cases, consultancy companies would offer hyper-specialized services, such as technical consultancy or financial support and guidance for really complex financial events like audits or due diligence prior to a merger. This differential in knowledge and specialization generates value for the client to perform complex processes without having to task anyone internally. For example, I work as a technical consultant implementing a business software called Salesforce. I help clients implement this technology in a way that satisfies their processes without having to have any Salesforce expert within their company. It is important to note that no consultancy project is predicated exclusively in one of these asymmetries, and in the real projects, you will generally see a mixture of both. And this brings us to the end of this first video in the consultancy series. I hope you have enjoyed it. And in the next one, we will dive deeper into the business model of consulting companies. I hope I will see you there. If you enjoy our content, we would be grateful if you could hit the like button and maybe even subscribe. We're really excited about this 5-part series and hope it will give you some value. This has been Rebel Economics, and I'll see you in the next video.